In today's video, we'll explore 25 of the most common Burlington interview questions and answers you'll be asked by hiring managers during your interview. Each answer can be customized to highlight your unique qualifications and experiences. Before your interview, it's important to research the company and review the job description so you can incorporate key skills relevant to the job role in your answers. Question number 1. Can you tell me about yourself? This question is your chance to set the tone and control the direction of the interview. Hiring managers want to hear a clear, relevant summary of your background, your strengths, and how they connect to the role. Focus on customer service, teamwork, and reliability, qualities that matter most in a retail environment like Burlington. Keep it structured, present, past, and why you're here. I would describe myself as someone who enjoys working in fast-paced, people-focused environments. Over the past few years, I've gained experience in roles where customer interaction and teamwork were essential, which helped me become more confident in communicating and solving problems on the spot. I've learned how to stay calm during busy periods, prioritize tasks, and still make sure each customer feels acknowledged and supported. One thing I'm proud of is my ability to stay positive and dependable, even during stressful situations. For example, in my previous role, I often stepped in to help teammates when things got busy, whether that meant assisting with customers, organizing the floor, or handling unexpected issues. What brings me here is that I enjoy being part of a team that focuses on delivering value and a great shopping experience. I'm looking for a role where I can contribute consistently, learn more about retail operations, and grow while helping customers have a smooth and enjoyable experience. Question number 2. Why do you want to work at Burlington? This question is about motivation and alignment. Hiring managers want to see that you understand Burlington's off-price model and value-driven shopping experience, not just that you need a job. Focus on their brand, fast-paced environment, and how it matches your strengths in customer service and efficiency. I want to work at Burlington because I genuinely appreciate the kind of experience the store offers: affordable, high-value products in a fast-moving environment. I enjoy being in places where there's energy, where things are always changing, and where you're constantly interacting with customers. That kind of setting keeps me engaged and motivated. What stands out to me is Burlington's focus on delivering great value while still maintaining a positive shopping experience. I like the idea of helping customers find quality items at good prices, especially when they might not expect it. It feels rewarding to be part of that kind of experience. I also see this as a place where I can grow. The environment seems to encourage teamwork, adaptability, and strong work ethic, all things I take seriously. I'm looking for a role where I can contribute right away, stay busy, and continue building my skills while being part of a supportive team. Question number 3. What do you know about Burlington as a company? This question tests preparation and genuine interest. Hiring managers want to see that you've done basic research and understand their off-price retail model. Focus on value, brand identity, and what makes Burlington different from other stores. I know that Burlington is an off-price retailer that focuses on offering customers high-quality brand-name merchandise at lower prices. The store carries a wide range of products, from clothing and accessories to home goods, which makes it appealing to a broad group of shoppers. What I find interesting is how the inventory is always changing, which creates a sense of excitement for customers because they never know what great deal they might find. I also understand that Burlington places a strong emphasis on value and efficiency. It's not just about selling products, it's about creating an experience where customers feel like they're getting more for their money. That requires a team that works quickly, stays organized, and is always ready to assist customers. From what I've seen, Burlington also values teamwork and productivity, which are important in a fast-paced retail environment. That's something I connect with, and it's part of why I'm interested in being here. Question number 4. What does good customer service mean to you? This question evaluates your mindset toward customers. Hiring managers want to see that you go beyond basic service and understand how to create a positive experience. Focus on attentiveness, problem solving, and making customers feel valued. To me, good customer service means making sure every customer feels acknowledged, respected, and supported from the moment they walk in. It's not just about answering questions, it's about being attentive, approachable, and ready to help, even before the customer asks. Small things like greeting someone, maintaining a positive attitude, and being patient can make a big difference in how someone experiences the store. I also believe good service involves problem solving. If a customer has an issue, whether it's finding an item or dealing with a concern, it's important to stay calm, listen carefully, and find a solution that leaves them satisfied. Even if you don't have the answer right away, showing effort and willingness to help builds trust. At the end of the day, good customer service is about creating a smooth and enjoyable experience so customers want to come back. It reflects not just on you, but on the entire store. Question number 5. Describe a time you dealt with a difficult customer. This question tests your ability to stay calm and professional under pressure. Hiring managers are looking for emotional control, problem solving, and a focus on resolution. Use a clear example and show how you turned the situation around. In a previous role, I had a customer who was upset because they couldn't find an item that was advertised. They were frustrated and felt like their time had been wasted. Instead of reacting to their tone, I focused on listening carefully and letting them explain the situation without interrupting. I found that once they felt heard, their frustration started to settle. I apologized for the inconvenience and took responsibility for helping them find a solution. I checked the inventory, spoke with a team member, and offered an alternative product that was similar in quality and price. I also made sure to explain everything clearly so they knew I was genuinely trying to help. By the end of the interaction, the customer appreciated the effort and left satisfied with the alternative. That experience taught me that staying calm, showing empathy, and focusing on solutions can completely change the outcome of a difficult situation. Question number 6. How do you handle a fast-paced work environment? This question is designed to see if you can keep up with the demands of retail. Hiring managers want to hear that you stay organized, focused, and calm when things get busy. Emphasize your ability to prioritize, stay efficient, and maintain a positive attitude under pressure. I actually enjoy working in fast-paced environments because it keeps me focused and energized. When things get busy, I rely on staying organized and mentally prioritizing what needs to be done first. For example, I'll quickly assess whether customer assistance, restocking, or maintaining the floor needs immediate attention, and then tackle tasks in that order. I've learned that staying calm is just as important as working quickly. When you rush without focus, mistakes happen, so I make sure to stay composed and work efficiently instead of just moving fast. I also try to stay one step ahead by anticipating what might be needed next, whether that's preparing for a rush or helping a teammate before they even ask. I also believe communication plays a big role in fast-paced settings. If everyone stays aligned and supports each other, the workload becomes much more manageable, and the overall experience for customers stays positive. Question number 7. How do you prioritize tasks during busy shifts? This question tests your decision-making and time management. Hiring managers want to know that you can quickly identify what matters most, especially when multiple things demand your attention. Focus on customer-first thinking, efficiency, and adaptability. When I'm working a busy shift, I prioritize tasks by focusing on what has the biggest immediate impact on the customer experience. Customers always come first, so if someone needs help, I make sure to assist them before returning to other tasks. After that, I focus on responsibilities that keep the store running smoothly, like keeping areas organized or restocking key items. I also break tasks into smaller steps so I can stay efficient without feeling overwhelmed. Instead of trying to do everything at once, I focus on completing one task properly and then moving to the next. This helps me stay accurate and consistent even during high-pressure moments. I stay flexible as well because priorities can change quickly in retail. If something unexpected comes up, I adjust right away. I've found that staying adaptable and focused helps me manage busy shifts without sacrificing quality or customer service. Question number 8. Tell me about a time you worked as part of a team. This question evaluates your ability to collaborate and support others. Hiring managers want to see that you communicate well, contribute to team goals, and step in when needed. Highlight cooperation, reliability, and shared success. In one of my previous roles, I worked as part of a team during a particularly busy sales period where we were short-staffed. Everyone had their own responsibilities, but we quickly realized that sticking strictly to our roles wouldn't be enough to keep things running smoothly. I took the initiative to communicate more with my teammates throughout the shift, checking in to see where help was needed most. If someone was overwhelmed with customers, I stepped in to assist, even if it wasn't originally my task. At the same time, I made sure to stay on top of my own responsibilities so I wasn't creating more work for others. By working together and supporting each other, we were able to keep the store organized and provide a good experience for customers despite the challenges. That experience showed me how important teamwork is, especially in fast-paced environments, and how a strong team can make even the busiest shifts manageable. Question number 9. How do you handle stress at work? This question is about emotional control and consistency. Hiring managers want to know that you don't get overwhelmed or negatively impact the team when things get tough. Focus on staying calm, maintaining focus, and using practical strategies. When I experience stress at work, my first step is to slow things down mentally and focus on what I can control in that moment. Instead of thinking about everything at once, I break tasks down and handle them one at a time. This helps me stay focused and prevents me from feeling overwhelmed. I also make a conscious effort to stay calm and keep a positive attitude, especially because stress can easily affect the people around you. In a team environment, staying composed helps maintain a better overall atmosphere and keeps things running smoothly. If needed, I'll also communicate with my team or supervisor to make sure we're aligned on priorities. I've found that stress is much easier to manage when there's clear communication and support. Overall, I see stress as something that can be managed with the right mindset and approach rather than something that has to affect performance. Question number 10. What would you do if a customer asked for something you didn't know? This question tests honesty, resourcefulness, and customer focus. Hiring managers want to see that you don't guess or give incorrect information, but instead take ownership and find the right answer. Show that you stay calm, communicate clearly, and follow through. If a customer asked me something I didn't know, my first step would be to be honest, while still staying confident and helpful. I would let them know I'm not completely sure, but I'll find the answer for them right away. I think customers appreciate honesty more than being given incorrect information. From there, I would either check with a coworker, supervisor, or use any available resources to get the correct information as quickly as possible. I would make sure the customer knows I'm actively working on helping them instead of leaving them waiting without communication. Once I have the answer, I would return to the customer promptly and explain it clearly. If possible, I would go a step further and assist them with whatever they need next. I believe it's important not just to answer the question, but to make the overall experience smooth and positive so they feel taken care of. Question number 11. Describe a time you went above and beyond. For a customer, this question is about initiative and effort. Hiring managers want to see that you don't just meet expectations, you exceed them. Focus on a specific example where you made extra effort that improved the customer's experience. In a previous role, I had a customer who was looking for a specific item for an important event but couldn't find their size anywhere in the store. They were clearly disappointed and considering leaving without buying anything. Instead of just pointing them in another direction, I took the time to really help them. I checked the backstock, asked a teammate if they had seen a similar item, and even suggested a few alternatives that matched what they were looking for. I stayed with the customer throughout the process so they didn't feel like they were on their own. Eventually, we found an option that worked even better than what they originally wanted. The customer ended up being very appreciative and mentioned that they didn't expect that level of help. For me, going above and beyond means taking that extra time and effort to make sure the customer leaves satisfied, even if it requires stepping outside your usual routine. Question number 12. How do you handle multiple customers at once? This question evaluates your multitasking and customer awareness. Hiring managers want to know that you can manage several people without making anyone feel ignored. Focus on communication, prioritization, and maintaining a calm presence. When handling multiple customers at once, I focus on acknowledging everyone right away so no one feels overlooked. Even a quick greeting or letting someone know I'll be with them shortly can make a big difference in how they perceive the experience. From there, I prioritize based on urgency while staying efficient. If one customer has a quick question, I'll handle that quickly while keeping others informed. If someone needs more detailed help, I make sure to manage expectations so they understand I'll give them proper attention shortly. I also stay calm and organized because rushing too much can lead to mistakes or poor service. I've learned that clear communication and a positive attitude go a long way in busy situations. When customers feel acknowledged and respected, they're much more patient, which helps me manage multiple interactions more effectively. Question number 13. What would you do if you saw a coworker not following company policy? This question tests integrity and professionalism. Hiring managers want to see that you respect company standards while also handling situations in a respectful and appropriate way. Focus on accountability, discretion, and teamwork. If I noticed a coworker not following company policy, my first step would be to make sure I fully understand the situation before reacting. I wouldn't jump to conclusions, but if it was clear that something wasn't being done correctly, I would approach it professionally. If it seemed like a simple mistake or misunderstanding, I would have a respectful conversation with them and bring it to their attention. Sometimes people aren't aware they're doing something incorrectly, and a quick, supportive conversation can fix the issue right away. If it was something more serious or continued to happen, I would follow proper procedures and bring it to a supervisor's attention. I believe it's important to protect the integrity of the workplace while still maintaining respect for coworkers. At the end of the day, following policy helps ensure a safe, fair, and consistent environment for both employees and customers. Question number 14. How do you stay organized during a busy shift? This question evaluates your ability to stay efficient and structured under pressure. Hiring managers want to see that you don't become scattered when things get busy. Focus on prioritization, mental organization, and maintaining consistency in your work. I stay organized during a busy shift by keeping a clear mental plan of what needs to be done and adjusting it as things change. At the start of a shift, I quickly identify my main responsibilities, and as the day progresses, I continuously reassess priorities based on customer needs and store activity. I also break tasks into smaller, manageable steps so I can stay focused and avoid feeling overwhelmed. For example, instead of thinking about everything at once, I'll focus on completing one section of work properly before moving to the next. This helps me stay accurate while still working efficiently. I also try to maintain a clean and organized workspace because when your environment is in order, it's easier to stay on track. Overall, staying organized for me comes down to staying focused, adaptable, and consistent even when the pace picks up. Question number 15. Why should we hire you? This question is about your value and fit. Hiring managers want to hear how your skills, attitude, and work ethic match what they need. Focus on reliability, customer service, teamwork, and your ability to contribute immediately. I believe you should hire me because I bring a strong work ethic, a positive attitude, and a genuine focus on customer experience. I'm someone who takes responsibility seriously and shows up ready to contribute every shift. In a retail environment, I understand how important it is to stay consistent, dependable, and focused, especially during busy times. I also work well with others and understand that a strong team is what keeps everything running smoothly. I'm always willing to step in and help where needed, whether that's assisting customers, supporting teammates, or handling tasks that keep the store organized. What sets me apart is that I don't just aim to do the job, I aim to do it well and improve over time. I'm open to feedback, quick to learn, and motivated to grow. I would bring that mindset here and contribute to creating a positive experience for both customers and the team. Question number 16. What are your strengths? This question helps employers understand what you naturally bring to the role. Hiring managers are looking for strengths that are relevant to retail, such as communication, reliability, and adaptability. Be specific and connect your strengths to real situations. One of my main strengths is my ability to stay calm and focused in busy situations. In fast-paced environments, I'm able to prioritize tasks and still give customers the attention they need without feeling overwhelmed. That helps me maintain both efficiency and quality in my work. Another strength is my communication. I'm approachable and clear when interacting with both customers and teammates, which helps avoid confusion and creates a more positive experience overall. I believe strong communication is key in retail because things move quickly and everyone needs to stay aligned. I would also say I'm very dependable. When I commit to something, I follow through, and I take pride in being someone my team can rely on. These strengths allow me to contribute consistently and support both the team and customers effectively. Question number 17. What is your greatest weakness? This question tests self-awareness and growth. Hiring managers don't expect perfection. They want to see honesty and a willingness to improve. Choose a real weakness, but show how you're actively working on it. One weakness I've worked on is sometimes taking on too much responsibility at once. I naturally like to help wherever I can, but in the past, that meant I would occasionally stretch myself too thin instead of focusing on the most important tasks first. I recognized that this could impact my efficiency, so I started improving how I prioritize. Now, I take a moment to assess what needs immediate attention and what can wait rather than trying to handle everything at once. This has helped me become more effective and consistent in my work. I've also learned to communicate more with my team, so instead of trying to do everything myself, I collaborate and make sure tasks are handled in the best way possible. It's something I continue to work on, but it has already made a noticeable difference in how I manage my responsibilities. Question number 18. How would you handle a customer complaint about pricing or discounts? This question evaluates how you manage conflict while protecting the company's policies. Hiring managers want to see that you remain calm, empathetic, and solution-focused without making promises you can't keep. Focus on listening, explaining clearly, and offering alternatives when possible. If a customer had a complaint about pricing or discounts, my first step would be to listen carefully and let them fully explain their concern. I've learned that when customers feel heard, it immediately helps reduce frustration. I would acknowledge their concern and show that I understand why they might feel that way. After that, I would calmly explain the store's pricing or discount policy in a clear and respectful way, making sure not to sound dismissive. If there's something I can do within my role, like double-checking a price, looking for a similar item, or clarifying a promotion, I would take that extra step. If the situation required further support, I would involve a supervisor while staying with the customer to show that I'm committed to helping resolve the issue. My goal would always be to leave the customer feeling respected and supported, even if the outcome isn't exactly what they expected. Question number 19. Describe a time you had to learn something quickly. This question tests adaptability and your ability to handle new situations. Hiring managers want to see that you can pick things up fast and still perform well. Focus on how you approach learning and applied it effectively. In a previous role, I was asked to learn a new system on short notice because we were short-staffed and needed coverage. At first, it felt like a lot to take in quickly, but I focused on staying calm and breaking the learning process into small steps. I asked questions when needed, took mental notes, and practiced as much as possible during my shift. Instead of trying to memorize everything at once, I focused on understanding the key functions first so I could be effective right away. As I became more comfortable, I built on that knowledge and improved my speed and accuracy. By the end of the shift, I was able to handle the system confidently and even assist others when they had questions. That experience showed me that I can adapt quickly when needed and that staying focused and open to learning helps me perform well even in unfamiliar situations. Question number 20. How do you handle working under pressure? This question looks at your composure and consistency. Hiring managers want to know that pressure won't affect your performance or attitude. Emphasize staying calm, focused, and productive. When I'm working under pressure, I focus on staying calm and controlling what I can in the moment. Instead of letting the situation overwhelm me, I break things down into smaller tasks and handle them one at a time. This helps me stay productive without sacrificing quality. I also remind myself that pressure is often temporary, especially in a retail environment where busy periods come and go. Keeping that perspective helps me stay positive and focused rather than stressed. I make sure to maintain a steady pace and avoid rushing in a way that could lead to mistakes. Communication is also important during high-pressure situations. If needed, I check in with my team to make sure we're aligned and supporting each other. Overall, I see pressure as something that can be managed with the right mindset, and I use it as motivation to stay sharp and efficient. Question number 21. What would you do if the store was messy and customers needed help at the same time? This question tests your ability to balance responsibilities. Hiring managers want to see that you prioritize customers while still maintaining store standards. Focus on decision-making, efficiency, and adaptability. In that situation, I would prioritize helping customers first because they are the main focus of the store experience. If a customer needs assistance, I would acknowledge them right away and provide the help they need, even if it's something quick like answering a question or guiding them to an item. At the same time, I would stay aware of the store's condition and look for opportunities to address it in between customer interactions. For example, if there's a short moment between assisting customers, I would quickly organize nearby areas to keep things presentable. I also believe in teamwork in situations like this. If the store is particularly busy or messy, I would communicate with my team so we can divide responsibilities and handle both customer service and store upkeep efficiently. That way, we maintain a good balance and ensure customers have a positive experience while the store stays organized. Question number 22. How do you ensure accuracy when handling cash or transactions? This question focuses on attention to detail and trust. Hiring managers want to know that you can handle transactions responsibly without costly mistakes. Emphasize double-checking, focus, and following process. When handling cash or transactions, I make accuracy a priority by staying fully focused on the task in front of me. I avoid rushing, even during busy times, because I know small mistakes can add up quickly. I take a moment to carefully count cash, confirm totals, and ensure everything matches before completing the transaction. I also follow the proper procedures every time, whether it's verifying payments, giving change, or handling returns. Sticking to a consistent process helps reduce errors and builds confidence in my work. If something doesn't seem right, I don't ignore it. I take the time to double-check or ask for clarification. Another thing I focus on is minimizing distractions. Even in a fast-paced environment, I stay present during transactions so I can give the customer a smooth experience while maintaining accuracy. I understand that handling money requires trust, and I take that responsibility seriously. Question number 23. Are you comfortable working flexible hours, including weekends and holidays? This question is about availability and reliability. Hiring managers want to know you understand retail schedules and are willing to meet business needs. Show flexibility while maintaining a responsible attitude. Yes, I understand that retail requires flexibility, especially during weekends, holidays, and peak seasons, and I'm comfortable with that. I know those are some of the busiest and most important times for the business, so being available during those periods is part of being a reliable team member. I actually don't mind working during those times because I enjoy the fast-paced energy that comes with it. Busy shifts tend to go by quickly, and I like being part of a team that's working together to handle higher customer volume. At the same time, I value being dependable with my schedule. If I'm assigned a shift, I make it a priority to be there on time and ready to contribute. I believe consistency and reliability are important in retail, and I'm committed to being someone the team can count on. Question number 24. Describe a time you took initiative at work. This question evaluates proactiveness and ownership. Hiring managers want to see that you don't wait to be told what to do. You step up when needed. Focus on recognizing a need and acting on it. In one of my previous roles, I noticed that a certain area of the store was consistently becoming disorganized during busy periods, which made it harder for both customers and staff to find items. Instead of waiting for someone to address it, I decided to take initiative and improve the situation. I started by reorganizing the section during slower moments and came up with a simple way to keep it more manageable throughout the day. I also shared the idea with my teammates so we could all maintain it consistently. It wasn't anything complicated, but it made a noticeable difference in how the area looked and functioned. Over time, it helped reduce confusion and made the overall experience smoother for customers. That experience showed me that small actions can have a big impact, and taking initiative doesn't always mean doing something huge. It's about recognizing opportunities to improve and acting on them. And finally, here's the last Burlington interview question and answer. Question number 25. Do you have any questions for us? This question shows your interest and professionalism. Hiring managers want to see that you're engaged and thinking about the role seriously. Ask thoughtful questions about expectations, growth, or team dynamics. Yes, I do have a few questions. First, what does success look like in this role within the first few months? I'd like to understand how I can make a strong contribution early on. I'm also curious about how the team works together during busy shifts. What does good teamwork look like here on a typical day? I value collaboration, so I'd like to know how everyone supports each other. Another question I have is about growth opportunities. For someone who performs well, what kind of development or advancement paths are available within the store? Lastly, is there anything about my background or answers today that you'd like me to clarify or expand on? I always appreciate the chance to address anything directly. Thank you again for the opportunity to interview. I'm really interested in being part of the team. If you want to learn more on how to land jobs and reach your career goals, don't forget to hit that subscribe and bell notification button to get new videos every single week. Also, don't forget to hit that like button because that motivates me to keep doing what I do. Stay safe, keep smiling, and good luck.